Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Oft Times Reminisces. I'm sure some bands have heard that I'm going deaf and find some delight in teasing me with their lo-fi or low volume sounds, so that I have to turn the volume up to silly levels just to be able to hear them. The joke being, of course, that when I go back to listen to something that's been recorded to the normal volume, my head falls off. Anyway, here's a case in point: In Vehement, who hide, a bit bashful they hide their talent behind a very low volume sound. So, but talent went out, which is why I bought the album. So let's all listen to them, shall we? I have turned the volume up significantly, so somebody shout at the end to say turn the bugger back down again. Let's go. It's quite a trick, isn't it, to be able to create a sound which feels claustrophobic at the same time as you feeling you're in some giant cavern somewhere. So it is a bit of a dichotomy. You feel smothered, but I suppose, what do I suppose? I wish I thought these things through before I start. I suppose it's like being in a forest clearing being strangled by an anaconda. That doesn't work at all, but it'll do. So yeah, the point I'm making is, of course, that there's two levels to this. As I say, the feeling of being closed in, whilst having that echo that suggests you are in a far bigger space than perhaps you realise. I love about this, there's quite a few things I love about this, to be honest, but one of the things I love about this is, the atmosphere of it. It is dark and it is dense whilst remaining fluid. So I suppose when you see one of these ocean-going oil tankers that runs against the rocks and you see crude oil pissing out of the side of the ship at some speed due to the pressure at which it's compressed by the other oil. That's a sort of sense of what you get, to a degree. But everything here is somewhat obfuscated, but as a whole, it just engages me anyway, and it's always simple. There's nothing too intricate here. I think that helps, because it's very possible listening to this album to fall into a trance-like state, just listening to the movement and the atmosphere, not paying too much attention to any sparks of virtuosity. You just can relax and just be swept along by it all, which is good, isn't it? It is. One of the things that I quite like about these sort of artists, I presume it's a single entity that is producing this, is that because you're never going to play live, you can do some bonkers things with your music, and some of the percussion on here is just plain daft, albeit very effectively daft. I think there's excuse me, I'm no expert on what drums what, but it sounds like the kick drums there. Presumably it's a machine or a program. They're just set to silly speed, which is good, because I like silly speed when it comes to drums at times. Not at times, mostly all the time. What am I trying to say? Is there anything else I want to say? Have I made my point? That's what I have, really. But no, I was going to say something else, but I'm not. The truth being, I've forgotten what it was I was going to say. But anyway, I'm sure to come to... No, it won't come towards the end either. So there you go. I can listen to music like that till the cows come home. It's a sort of music that you can take in until you burst, because you just can't get enough of it. So it's a band I've never heard of before, and presumably that's the first output of theirs. And what a magnificent start it is, if that's the case. As I say, I bought it because it's such a delight. I suppose if you find it to be a delight too, then you should be getting your money out and passing it on to this worthy artiste. Anyway, clicky bollocks, catch you next time. Cheerio.